In this video, I want to talk about 3 subtle ways that you might be hiding from God and not even realize it. Hey sis, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shayla and I am a soon-to-be published author. More on that later, but I am passionate about seeing women release shame and the idea of perfection and really lean into God's grace. So in this video, I want to discuss some of the ways that we might be hiding from God and not even know about it. The first one would be busyness. Now, we can all say I'm very busy, and I'm sure that that is true. I know for me, I have a bunch of things going on. I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I have hobbies and responsibilities and all the things, and my schedule fills up so quickly. But unfortunately, I think busyness is a tactic that we kind of cook up in our minds, like, oh, I'm too busy to spend time with God. And we just fill our schedule and our days with things that don't matter. It's like, oh yeah, I'm busy, but yet you spent a whole day binge watching Love is Blind or, whatever. I don't know. Instead of doing the things that you know that you're supposed to do, instead of, maybe reading your word or spending time in prayer or worship. And it's really easy to do because it's we encounter so much stress in our life that we just want to release and just veg out and do nothing and not worry about anything. But the truth of the matter is spending time with God is so important. And it is crucial to your walk, because if you're not constantly in his presence and being renewed by his word, then it's going to be a lot easier for the enemy to come in and distract you and to get your eyes off of God. I wanted to read this verse to you, Ephesians chapter 5, verses 15 through 17. It says, "Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is." And so the reason why I wanted to read that is because if we want to call ourselves wise, it says, don't be foolish. Understand what the will of the Lord is. And what do you think the will of the Lord is? Is definitely not to be busy. Maybe busy about his business, but not busy with just complete and utter things that don't matter. And so if that is you, this is an opportunity for you to realize what's going on and change your mind, change your habits. The second thing would be avoidance. Sometimes we just avoid prayer because maybe we feel unworthy or we feel disconnected from God. And so we just I just won't do it. The Lord knows my heart, right? Well, yeah, he does know your heart, and he knows that you tripping right now. And so the truth of the matter is we cannot avoid God. He is everywhere. I want you to look at Jeremiah chapter 23. Verse 23, it says, "Am I a God at hand, declares the Lord, and not a God far away? Can a man hide himself in secret places that I cannot see him? Do I not fill heaven and earth, declares the Lord?" So he's like, hey, yo, you can't hide from me. I'm everywhere. God is omnipresent. He is a God who is close to us. He is not far away. We cannot hide from his presence. He knows exactly where we are, what we're thinking, all the things that we're doing. And we might think that we're avoiding him or, trying to just I think about the kids that be playing hide and seek and they just go like this and they really think that you can't see them. It's no, I see you, bro. And God is the same way. So we can try to pretend like God doesn't see us, but he does. And it's incumbent upon us to really lean into God, even when we're feeling unworthy, because he's the only one that can encourage us and convince us of his truth. And so I don't want you avoiding spending time with God because you're feeling unworthy. The next thing would be guilt. And we all know how guilt can be a tactic of the enemy that he uses to really keep us distracted and feeling we don't deserve to be in God's presence. But the truth is, God doesn't actually pull away from us when we sin or when we mess up. He actually wants to come closer. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, it says, "For our sake, he made him to be sin who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. So it's like we don't have to feel guilty because God made Jesus to be sin when he was the one that was completely perfect. He made Jesus to be sin so that we could become righteous in his sight. And so, you know, when it comes to guilt, it's really a matter of changing your mindset and really understanding and believing like what it is that God says about you. And this is one of the things that I talk about in my new book. And even the title of my book is Hiding is Overrated, because I really feel like there is no point in trying to hide from God. Like, we are flawed. We are flawed humans, but yet and still, God still loves us. And even in our weaknesses and in our insecurities, he can still use those things very powerfully for his glory. And so it's important to not hide away, to not shrink back, or to make yourself less than who he says that you are, because there is something that the Lord has for you to do that only you can do. And he wants to show his glory through you in a very powerful way. And so, you know, even when we feel unworthy, like I think about in Luke chapter 15, the prodigal son, and how he went out there, you know, he was like, I'm tired of being in this house. I'm going to go do my own thing. And he's partying. Once he's had his fill of it and he's out there with the pigs, he's like, bro, this ain't it. I need to go back home. And the scriptures say that the father was watching and waiting until the son came home. And when he saw the son from afar off, he went out and he ran to him. And that's the same thing that our Father does, our Heavenly Father does. You know, that's why I said he doesn't want to pull away from us when we sin, but he actually wants to come closer, and he wants to run to us, and he welcomes us with open arms even when we mess up. And so I would just say, you know, remember that if you feel like you're in a place where you are hiding from God, don't. Hiding is overrated. You know, go to him, because our Heavenly Father is chasing after you. He loves you so much. He desires to be close to you. He desires to clean you, to wash you, to bless you, to overtake you with his goodness. And so just let this be your encouragement today. And even if you are feeling maybe spiritually dry or not feeling close to God, then I would recommend this video here. Don't forget that hiding is overrated, and I will see you next time.